Hi, this is TJ's Jinx Proof, TJ's Miss Rose. We're here in Lake City, Washington. We're at Hempfest Central. It's their 1-year anniversary. We're going to go in and talk to Sharon and Vivian. They're 4 members of Seattle Hempfest. So let's go in and see what's behind this big door.
Hi, I'm here with Sharon Whitson. We're at Hempfest Central, and she's going to give us a little tour of the store and show us all the products that you offer here.
So first we have greeting cards and postcards, and then we have a selection of books, and I want to make sure everyone knows we have Protestable, Vivian's book about the history of Seattle Hempfest. And then we have a selection of hats. Some of our hats are hemp. Then we have t-shirts. Some of the shirts are hemp, some are cotton, but we have various years throughout the history of Seattle Hempfest. And then of course we carry the Refo camo line, including their hoodie, which is
I'm sure very popular right now.
Awesome, yes, and they're a hemp cotton blend. Then we just have some incense products and some keef boxes. Here's our information table where we have a variety of different event programs, how to sign up to volunteer. Then here we have our hemp skincare products. We carry Dr. Bronner's, we carry Oregon Hemp Works, Earthly Bodies, and Hemp Ease skincare. We also carry Earthly Body candles. I love the Reefer Camo pillows. I just think they're, you know, comfy
nice
and gorgeous. And then of course, you gotta love our hemp burlap poster. This is from 7-Year Bitch.
There we go.
From 1994, and it's actually printed on hemp canvas. And this is Earthly Fog does these hemp chimes, and I just love them. They're all just so unique and beautiful, and they've got different little dangles and bells on them. And they're really priced very reasonably for being hemp. Then we also carry hemp pet care. We have Good Dog leashes and collars. Then we carry Ultra Oil for pets. Food supplement, we have hemp shampoos. And then we also carry Wet Nose dog treats, which is actually a local company here in Monroe that makes a hemp banana dog treat. And then we have hemp rope toys and hemp canvas toys. And then of course we have Cliff Maynard's awesome chronic art. Then we have different types of hemp twine and rope and yarn. And then we have hemp purses and bags and some more hemp candles.
So it looks like most of your products are all probably locally made, but definitely unique and original.
Yes, they are. Cliff Maynard, of course, is from here in Port Orchard. Well, Dr. Bronner's is a California company, as is Earthly Bodies, but that's one of the things with hemp manufacturing. I mean, hemp can't be grown here in America still, even with the legalization that's going on, and there are not that many companies doing hemp manufacturing here in the United States. A lot of them are producing it externally, so that's one of the challenges we have. While hemp is a superior product, it's better for moisturizing for the skin. Canvas comes from the word cannabis. That's cannabis, and that's what jeans and tents and everything was originally made out of because it was so strong and long-lasting.
Yes.
All that technology has been lost to us by the prohibition on hemp and cannabis.
So some of these companies are taking
Yes.
advantage of that knowledge.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I just wanted to say too, for those of you who don't know who Cliff Maynard are, that isn't a painting. That is massive roach papers put together. Darker roach papers for darker shading. The man is incredible. He's actually a big part of our School of Dank. He constantly sends us papers to pictures
I
to
actually
donate
have
towards
the
autism.
original in our office, and I'll
Nice.
show you it. It's
there you go.
mind-blowing
That's
when
awesome,
you
yes.
look at it.
Yeah.
It's really, really
Yeah.
beautiful. So here in our glass room, we feature local glass blown by local people here in the Pacific Northwest. It's all blown by folks in either Washington or Oregon, except our glitter pipes. So the one thing that is not locally blown, but they're really super cool. Our bongs are all by Special K Glass down in Eugene, Oregon. Of course, we have Mayo's keef boxes. They're also, the lava pipes are actually, they're not glass, they're actually made out of lava and lava stone, and they're gold plated, and those are actually from Hawaii. They're super cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Super, super cool. So we're really proud of our glass room and really like promoting glass as art and supporting local artists in their endeavors. So this is our volunteer area where all the Hempfest magic happens. This is where everyone comes together to produce Seattle Hempfest. So this is where it all takes place at. And we're pretty proud to have our first offices ever after 22 years of producing the event from our homes and coffee shops and other various locations. Having an office has just completely transformed us, and it's a real amazing feeling.
Okay, now we're back in the office of the headquarters. We're with Vivian McPeak. If you guys don't know who he is, you've probably never been to Hempfest. He is the originator, the starter. I believe you were the guy who one day was like, click, and turned on that light, and that was all rolling. Is that correct? Yeah. So, what, 20-something years now?
We're working our 23rd Hempfest
23
year,
years.
yep.
It's incredible. Yeah, so we're coming up on the 23rd year, is that
That's
correct?
right. Yeah, we started working on the 23rd year this year.
Uh-huh. How's that been?
That's been good, you know. We almost got it down.
Cool. Anything exciting, special coming up this year we should know about?
Well, you know, it's just a big challenge just to keep Hempfest going every year. We're kind of slowly putting together 2014 right now and mopping up 2013. We're waiting for the official city after action report, so we kind of gauge where the city's going to be on the permit process.
Sure.
We're about to put in our permit application for the 2014 event. We'll probably start negotiations with the city in January. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Right.
And other than that, we're just kind of really birthing 2014 right now and seeing what's going to be on the landscape. It looks like there might be some changes in the medical marijuana landscape by the time our next Hempfest happens, so I think it's going to be a very important and relevant discussion.
Yes, absolutely, because I can't get a straight answer from anybody. It depends where you go. Like if you go to co-ops, you're like, oh, nothing's changed, nothing's changed. And you start talking to lawyers or people more in the legal thing, they're like, oh, stuff is changing. Most opinions right now seem to be what people are hoping. You know what I mean? I personally can't get a definitive answer from one group, whether it be the city
I think
or
nobody knows what to expect yet.
Exactly, yeah.
But we do know what's being recommended.
Yeah.
And it's very alarming.
Yes, it's very restricted. It's
the
very,
work group recommendation from the Washington State Liquor Control Board work group that was mandated by the state are really proposing to gut the I-692 liberties that we won for patients in 1998.
Right.
And replace it with a retail model, kind of one size fits all.
Right.
Most of us don't think that that's a good way to go, that the win of I-502 shouldn't mean the loss of I-692.
Sure.
And that patients shouldn't pay the price. Even though it's so important that everybody is going to have opportunity to buy and possess marijuana legally, average citizen, we don't think that we should sacrifice all the hard-won patient protections in the process. There has to be a way to have both of them happen.
Most patients I talk to still want to go to a co-op. For a lot of you who don't live in Washington, obviously it's a nationwide show, Washington until recently always controlled the liquor. Like if you went into a liquor store and bought a bottle of whiskey, you bought it at a store that looked like somewhere where you got your driver's license. You know, with the little Washington logo on the front, George Washington. Until recently, that has not been a thing. Washington voted that down. Now you can buy liquor at your regular store. But it seems like they're trying to kind of fill that void, get that money back. Now people are paying some real taxes now too, thereby kind of proving what kind of money is involved too, or can be involved, I should say. You know, so obviously, in my opinion, that obviously takes a big place of what's getting pushed where. You know, because like now they're saying that a lot of the weed might be sold at what was once liquor stores and putting those employees back to work. And while I love getting my bottle of whiskey from Janet at the liquor, the state-run liquor store, because she was regular old lady, she's not going to be able to help me with some weed, especially if I'm a real patient. She's not going to tell me indica, sativa, medicated, anything I want to know. So it's such a weird situation.
Yeah, the medical marijuana community has kind of specific special needs and special requirements that most of us don't think are going to be met by the current retail model.
Right.
They want to roll back patients' ability to home grow. They want to roll back a month's supply to a week's supply for 30 days. The affirmative defense in court, should they have an amount in excess of I-692 allotment, and they have special extenuating circumstances like a special medical condition.
Sure.
And they want a statewide registry, which a lot of people don't trust, giving the federal government access to that kind of information when it's still federally illegal.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of devil in the details, but it's, for years our community was extremely unified. There was this kind of kumbaya spirit, not because we all agreed on the nuts and bolts of implementation of legalization, but because it seems so far from the distance, it was irrelevant. It's actually exciting to be here at this stage now where we're slugging it out.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out, as frustrating as it might be for some folks.
Yeah.
You know, it took us decades to get to this point. It might take us decades to complete the
Yeah.
process, but we're in here for the long run, no matter what we have to do.
Yeah, it's not a free-for-all yet, that's for sure. So, yeah, well, we'll see where that goes. We don't want to be too crazy heavy into politics today. One thing I do want you guys to know is Hempfest is 100% ran by volunteers. So every year I see guys that I've been seeing there since I was a kid, you know, picking up trash, the same guys, and then every year I see new faces, young guys. What's the best way for somebody to get involved in that? Is there a website, a email, or some kind of registry they can do that?
Yeah, there is. You know, folks, whether they want to volunteer to be part of Hempfest or to work at Hempfest Central here as well, volunteer for our little storefront, or if they want to sponsor the event, or be a performer, or a speaker, or purchase a vending booth, we have a one-size-fits-all way for folks to do that too, and that is go to hempfest.org, and the drop bars across the top give you all the various breakdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Also, everything that we have for sale at Hempfest Central here, just about 90% of our merchandise is also available online at hempfest.org, and just click on our online merch store that we have there. And there's blogging going on at Hempfest Central, hempfest.org as well. A lot of information, stuff like that. We're uploading new stuff all the time, so we want people to come back and check us out. You can also hit us on social media. You know, we have a Seattle Hempfest Facebook page, at Seattle Hempfest on Twitter, so we're pretty easy to find.
So here at Seattle Hempfest, we have a membership program. Memberships start at $30 and they range up to $200. We throw parties all year long. $30 supporting membership gets you into all of our parties all year long free. It also gets you to cut the line and go through our members entrance at Seattle Hempfest. If you're a full member for $60, you also get a membership t-shirt. You still get into all the parties for free, but you get to bring a friend with you. And you get to bring a friend with you to cut through the line at Seattle Hempfest. $200 is our VIP level of membership, and that comes with additional benefits of attending our awesome VIP party. It's the only official Seattle Hempfest party. It takes place Friday night on site after Hempfest closes. It's made up of our speakers, our entertainers. It's kind of the who's who of marijuana, and of course our VIP members. And they also get a hemp shirt, and they get a really cool perk, and that's a backstage tour of a stage of their choice also. And right now we have parties planned for February 15th, of course 420, June 21st, our VIP party on August 15th, and then we're going to be throwing another masquerade ball on All Hallows Eve on the 31st of October, and then a New Year's Eve party as well on the 31st of December.
Excellent. So they can either sign up for that here or online?
Yeah, they can come on down here to Hempfest Central, or again, go to hempfest.org and you'll see a join button, and that'll give you all the information about the different levels of membership.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, it's Jinx Proof. I'm still chilling down here with Sharon and Vivian. Give us a little specifics on your needs when it comes to volunteering. What are some of the things you really need people to do that are going to be productive to you guys?
We really need certified traffic flaggers. It's one of the requirements that the city of Seattle puts on us, and it's one of the things where they can really hurt us, because we really have to meet their public safety requirements. Throwing an event of this magnitude is a huge responsibility, and it really takes all the 1,000 people that come together to do their one part, even if it's only one shift over the 12 days. We need certified traffic flaggers.
Is it hard to become certified, or is it something that you would already have because of an
It's
existing
something
job?
that you would already have because of an existing job, but I think the class is less than $100 to take, and once you have that certificate, I mean, you see the guys with the
Sure.
flaggers all, you know, on the roads and everything. Also, certified forklift drivers. It's important that you bring your certification with you on site when you volunteer also, because that's a requirement. We also need we also just need traffic people that just want to help, you know, load all the vendors and all the vehicles into the park that need to take place. We need lots of people here at Hempfest Central. We're going to start some membership and advertising sales drives, so if there's anyone out there that's good at talking to the public, we want to contact our old members that haven't renewed, and potential sponsors and potential advertisers and things like that to help bring more revenue into the organization. We're looking for people with skills in things like Excel. We have a lot of things that we need help maintaining and done, but we need people with computer skills to help fill some of those requirements. Also looking for folks that just want to come volunteer 4 hours, 1 day a week, a couple of weeks a month, and help out here in the storefront of Hempfest Central also.
All right, cool. Who's one of your top favorite guests at Hempfest?
Oh, that have ever come. You know, DJ Muggs, by far, threw down my favorite set at Seattle Hempfest ever.
Nice.
Loved it. And thank you, Cavi Gold Records. Loved it.
How about you, Vivian?
Who's one of my favorite guests at Hempfest this year? I'd have to say having Sean Whitcomb, the spokesperson for the Seattle Police Department, speak from our stage and hand out the famous Doritos bags. It was a real thrill for us. We've worked very hard over the last couple decades to try to expose the law enforcement community what the real cannabis community is about by exposing them to so many people at Seattle Hempfest. And over the years, working with the police department has been really eye-opening, I think, for both sides. And we've formed a pretty cool relationship of mutual respect.
Yeah,
and I think that's how peace happens.
A few years ago, I'd say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, there was a pretty good brigade of men who appeared to be policemen. They had policemen-looking shirts on. They were actually retired policemen who were for marijuana.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, they were some of the nicest guys I've ever met at Hempfest. Hempfest can get crazy, with the sales and the yada yada and people trying to get it sub and, but these guys were just chilling, older dudes, they'd done their full term and, they didn't get fired for smoking weed or nothing like that. But they were just totally pro-marijuana and, I had members in their family who had benefited from it and whatnot.
You're talking about law enforcement against prohibition, LEAP?
I'm not sure. I just, like I say, it was just kind of random.
That's who it is. They have badges on their shirts.
Yeah, like I say, at first they kind of thought they were security or cops or something, but like I say, they're some of the nicest gentlemen I've ever met at Hempfest.
It's a great organization, I mean, nobody knows better the failure of prohibition than the folks that have been charged with enforcing it.
Right. It's nice to see guys like that actually cross the line. One of my heroes, Mieko Perez, she's on a lot of shows right now for openly medicating her son with marijuana. She's like, I don't care. I do it. Period. Her dad is like, top DEA, and her brothers are all like drug enforcement agents also and stuff.
California.
And believe it, they weren't down, but now they've seen what it's done for her son. He comes out of a coma and he's critical. He's got really bad, situations aside from autism, and they've completely crossed the line, and they are absolutely behind her. Whether it costs them their jobs, whatever, they don't care. So those of you who don't know who she is, please look her up, Mieko Hester Perez. She's an absolute autism hero. But, yada yada. Got me on that. But.
Cannabis prohibition happened because of layer after layer after layer of conditioning and propaganda. And what we're doing is we're peeling those layers off now. And every layer that comes off, I think the public has a better idea of the failures of cannabis prohibition.
Sure.
And just since I-502 passed last November, national polling's gone up 10% for full legalization, which is huge. I mean, it used to take 10 years to get 10%.
You've got non-pot smokers voting for it now, which wasn't
because
the case,
they're starting to see that if the purpose of marijuana prohibition was to stop everybody from smoking pot, it could not have been a bigger failure than it's been.
Sure.
That's $42 billion a year of taxpayer investment.
Exactly. You'd be surprised how many little families that maybe work their regular job have created a supplemental income for themselves too, which is not a lot, but it's enough to maybe not just be, so poor where you got your check and it's spent on rent and this and then you're broke, you know what I mean? Maybe, actually live a little more comfortable life from these
it's an
little
emerging
balms to candies to cookies, and the ones that are, done proper and, are good products, they tend to survive and stick around. And, with some of this law changes, I fear to see a lot of that go away, unfortunately.
It's the new emerging market in America.
Yeah. I mean, money's always king, obviously.
Everything's driven by economics in this society.
Yeah.
Even this issue.
Yeah. All right, this is Jinx Proof. Just wanted to thank these guys for letting us have some of their time. Run a little short on film as usual, but you saw the info. If not, you can Google and figure out what's going down at Seattle Hempfest. Peace.